15 straight. 15 times in a row, the New York Jets have gone out there and lost to the New England Patriots. And today, unlike last week, but today, the game fell directly on the shoulders of the quarterback. The defense did its job. The offensive line held up okay enough, more than enough to be functioning. This one goes fully on the quarterback. We're going to get into it. We're going to break it all down. Had to pop the jersey off because I was sweating, and it was just like, they don't really deserve it. So I'm kind of glad that I did because this is the softest t-shirt that I've ever put on in my entire life. So support for today's episode comes from Marine Layer. They are sponsoring the video. It's official. I found the softest t-shirt mankind has ever made. If you don't want to wear your jersey anymore, don't blame you. You could pop one of these guys on. Maybe you're thinking like kittens or freshly fallen snow. No, there's a 1,000 times better. Marine Layer is the go-to brand for great fitting and stylish clothes. The best. Marine Layer clothes are the perfect mix of laid-back style that also looks and feels premium. What I love about Marine Layer is their t-shirts stay so soft no matter how many times you wash them. This is like wash number 3 and it still looks and feels fantastic. And guess what? Our listeners get an exclusive 15% off discount with my code MattO'Leary15. That's right, MattO'Leary15 gets you 15% off at checkout. Make sure to pick yourself up. They got a 3-pack of these t-shirts. They're so soft. You can rock them under your jersey. That's what I was doing all day. And then I took off the jersey and spiked it on the floor because I was mad. And now I got my comfy, cozy t-shirt in. Let's get into the video. The New England Patriots won the toss, and to no surprise, they elect to defer. Why would they possibly want to put their offense out on the field when you know what the Jets offense is going to do? So the Jets run Breece Hall, who was stuffed for a loss of 6 yards. They knew exactly what was coming. They checked into a run on second down, not wise after throwing a screen pass on first down that saw Garrett Wilson slip and fall, and they would end up going 3 and out, the first of a trillion 3 and outs in this game from the offense. Jasecki for the Patriots picks up about 18 yards on Amos. They missed Tony Adams in this game. The Jets safety play outside of Whitehead wasn't really great. The Jets defense holds strong, though, after that one big play. They would get a field goal attempt from 48 yards, pretty long in a windstorm, but they hit on this one, 3-0. New England goes up early. Jets come back, offense comes back out. Wilson is hit as he throws, almost picked off, which was a tough play. Then you get a really nice throw from Wilson to Allen Lazard. Okay, that's good. Pick up the first down. Dalvin, 3 yards. Okay, run for 3. Then a run for no gain. Wilson sack, held onto it for entirely too long. Wilson's internal clock was absolutely abysmal in this game. The Jets punt. Zeke runs for 11. Then Mac Jones finds Bourne for 8. 3rd and 3. Stevenson would drop, Ramondre Stevenson drop pass, Pat's punt. Gibson on this one needed to fair catch this. It ended up costing the Jets about 10 yards, but so minuscule in a game that really at that point for the first, really 75% of this game, didn't matter what any other positional group did because of just how putrid the offense was, but has to fair catch that one because it kind of cost the Jets 10 yards there as he let it bounce and get inside the 20. Jets try to establish a run game with Breece Hall, who fumbles. Luckily, the Jets recover. Check down to Carter. Jets punt the ball right back. Draw play picks up 10 for New England. That was working really well for them, I thought anyway, their draw plays. Then a run for 5. Pass too high for Stevenson. And then you would get a big-time completion to Bourne for 17. There was a holding call against the New England Patriots offensive line. Al Woods was chirping, and it was, that obviously made sense. 3rd and long. Quinn Williams deflects it. It's going up right for Michael Carter II, who couldn't corral the interception, which could have been a second week in a row of a pick 6, potentially, but no. Jets get the ball back. Just a downright horrific sack on first down from Zach Wilson. You can't hold on to the ball for that long. Get rid of it, tuck it and run, do something. Don't just stand there and take the sack. Ball slips or is knocked out somehow in the second play. It was incomplete, thankfully. And then guess what? The Jets punt right back to New England. Pat's 2 runs sets up a 3rd and 5. Mac finds Douglas for a first down, and then busted coverage. Finds Farrow for a huge touchdown to go up 10-0. Ugly. And oh, by the way, Quinn Williams goes off on this play. He would thankfully end up coming back, but I don't know what happened here. It was just a busted coverage. I don't know whose fault that was on. Maybe the safeties for biting, but just Farrow's kind of just wide open, and for whatever reason, walks right in for an easy touchdown. Nice return by Gibson sets up the New York Jets on offense. Hall, run for a loss. Then a dump off to Hall. Wilson throws it away. Boom, 3 and out. You're punting the ball right back. Juju picks up a first down. Then it sets up a 3rd and 6 situation. The Jets defense holds at this point, and the Patriots punt. All right, fine. Breece runs for 7 yards. Then they pick up a first down. It's like, hey, okay, you're moving the ball. You pick up a first down. You were scratching, clawing, fighting to pick up just anything. Then it sets up a 4th and inches, and the Jets go for it. They run out of the shotgun on it instead of just doing the quarterback sneak, which was bizarre, but it worked. 2 runs sets up a 3rd and 6. Check down, 4th and 2. The Jets initially look like they're going to keep the offense out there, and then they take a timeout. They elect to kick a field goal instead from 52. The surprising thing from this part was not that they attempted to kick the field goal from 52, which ended up being made by Greg Sirloin, but that they took the timeout instead of trying to get the defense to jump off sides. Don't understand that one, but the Jets get 3 points. Big run from Zeke, puts the ball over the 50-yard line for the New England Patriots. Good coverage from Michael Carter. No call. Could have been a DPI on that play, but they missed a holding call on McDonald the play before, so maybe it was a makeup play. New England would attempt a long field goal from 57. No good, so 10-3 at the half, but just an absolutely putrid performance from the offense in that first half. It was honestly a minor miracle that they were only down a touchdown, that it was a 1-score game, just because of how bad the offense was. All right, so New England starts with the ball outside of the half. You would have Ashton Davis, who was in because, again, you're out Tony Adams, missed tackle. Then you get Michael Carter II with some good coverage. So that ends up the New England, they drive a little bit, then the good coverage kind of just negates that drive. Patriots are settling for a long field goal from 51. From 51, hits it to go up 13-3. And like honestly, at this point, the game felt out of reach because of just how bad the offense was for a majority of this game. Hall run for 2 yards. Hey, a bootleg. Okay, let's do something different, a little creative. CJ Uzomah for a first down. Dalvin Cook screen. Then the Jets punt. I don't know why Dalvin Cook is the one who's being utilized on the checkdowns instead of someone like Michael Carter, who I think I had a tweet. He's like, Dalvin Cook looks like he's running with cinder blocks on his feet. He doesn't look good. They're too much, still way too much Cook, still way too much Uzomah, still way too much Randall Cobb, who had a big drop in the game. And then at the end, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but then at the end, it was just like a perfect, okay, great. Jets defense. The Jets would punt, as I mentioned. Jets defense is holding strong at this point. They get the Patriots into 3rd and long territory. Back-to-back false starts. The defensive line was shuffling around. The Patriots got flustered. 2 false starts. Incomplete. The Jets punt. They punt back to the New York Jets. All right, this is the Jets are in pretty good field position now. They're close to the 50, not quite at the 50, but the field position was pretty good for the New York Jets in this spot. Instead of taking a shot or trying to throw the ball or do anything different on first down, they try to run -3. Incomplete pass, check down, punt. That was pretty much the formula today. It was run on first down for nothing, take a sack, incomplete pass, something, check down on 3rd down, punt it right away. It was just give up offense for the New York Jets in the entirety of this game. You would have New England get the ball back. Pretty nice play by Jordan Whitehead. Then Parker picks up a 3rd and 15, which is just gross. Jets would end up forcing a punt here. New York Jets first down, dump off to Cook for no gain. All right, so they threw, but they dumped it off to Dalvin Cook, no gain. Cobb drop, there you go, and that would lead to yet another punt for the New York Jets. Okay, great. Elliott run for 13. At this point, too, that was the big play, and then it got to a spot where New England had 3rd and short, and they tried to do the play where they have the 2 backs behind the quarterback, and he pushes the tush push, as they're calling it, that the Philadelphia Eagles have kind of run there. The Jets are able to stop it, but CJ Mosley and Sauce Gardner were both very, very lucky that they didn't get called for a flag, because it was way late after the whistle and they were still going and trying to, they kind of threw Mac Jones to the ground a little rough. And I understand the frustration, but the play was dead. Like, you're better off getting off the field at that time. And also too, worth mentioning, but the Jets just, in general, the frustration was boiling over at this point. Garrett Wilson's on the sidelines, just getting into it with Nathaniel Hackett and I almost said Aaron Rodgers, I freaking wish. And Zach Wilson, Michael Carter was flustered on the sideline yelling at the quarterback coach. The offense was just so frustrating today. Hard not to understand why the frustration. But anyway, they trot Wilson back out there. They get the ball on the 13-yard line to start this next possession, and then they start moving the ball a little bit. They have a first down to Conklin. They dump off to Dalvin Cook. They start throwing the ball on first down, changing it up, and it's working. It's working. They're getting the ball down the field, a couple nice throws. Randall Cobb inside the 5, then a false start from AVT. He has a throw to Garrett Wilson on the slant. He probably had him, but it was too high and too hard of a throw, and it wasn't able to be corralled. On third down, there was a defensive pass interference in the back of the end zone on Randall Cobb, so it puts the Jets down on the 1 yard line, and a fullback touchdown. Nick Bawden punches it in to make it a one-score game, 13-10. The Jets are all right. They kind of have some life here. Elliott run for 3. Bourne picks up a first down for 18 yards. Oh, no, this isn't good. They're starting to pick up some opportunities, but then it gets into a 3rd and 6, and they take a shot to Juju. Incomplete. Guess who? Michael Carter II on the coverage. He was very, very good today. Punt down to the 9 yard line. Here we go. All right, Jets get the ball now. They got to go 80 yards or so to get themselves for a touchdown, but they can go down the field and tie it with a field goal. First play, good coverage. Zach throws it away. Second play, Hall drop. Third play, Zach Wilson runs for a first down, but unfortunately, there was holding on the play. It was ruled on McGovern. It might have been Joe Tippmann, actually, who was the one who had the holding. And then on third down from his own 2, pretty much, takes a safety. Zach Wilson takes the safety in the end zone. And did Matt Judon get in the backfield quickly? Yeah, he did. He did. He beat Mekhi Becton on the play. That is for certain. But was there an available check down to both Tyler Conklin and Breece Hall just sitting there that was available before the pressure gets in there and before Judon takes him down? Yes, there was. And he didn't take it. So now it's a 15-10 game. Great. So you get an unreal shot from Morstead, a punt, whatever, the opening kickoff from Morstead. 2 runs, sets up a 3rd and 3. This, again, Michael Carter II in coverage. Great coverage. Jets will get a final shot. All right. Maybe get a final shot, you think, but it actually wouldn't be their final shot. First pass, out of bounds. Throw it away. Second pass, over the head of Tyler Conklin. Third pass, an errant pass to Garrett Wilson, rather. Zach steps up in the pocket, tries to hit the check down, just an errant pass. 4th and 10. 4th down and 10. Game on the line. What do we see from the quarterback? Check down. Check down. On 4th and 10, if there was ever a time to force the ball, something that Zach Wilson gets into a bad habit of doing way too often, just trying to make plays, trying to force the ball down the field, not taking the easy things, that was the time. And instead, a check down. So turnover on downs, great, 15-10. Jets defense gets a stop, forces a punt with 22 seconds left. You get a big completion to Garrett Wilson down to the 46. They spike the ball. It's going to set up a Hail Mary opportunity. Zach gets it down the field into the end zone, by the way. It gets tipped, and Cobb maybe got a hand on it right down by at the 1. It could have been a crazy ending, but honestly, I would have loved for them to win, obviously. They lost 15 straight freaking games to this New England Patriots team, but the Jets didn't deserve to win this game. They did not deserve to win this game. The defense was good. They had a nice bounce-back performance. Defense was good. They allowed 15 points. Really 13, because one of them was a safety. The 2 of the points was a safety, so that's not even on them. The defense allowed 13 points today. That should win the game. But like what's happened every single time the Jets have played the Patriots over the last 3 years, their quarterback lost them the game. That was it. Zach Wilson lost the game in this one for the New York Jets. He was 18 of 36, 157 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Just and a terrible decision after terrible decision. They could not move the ball. Could not do it. Just absolutely refused to do it. 18 of 36, 157 yards, 4.4 yards per attempt, 3 sacks, a 61.9 rating. Dalvin Cook, 8 carries for 18 yards, 2.3 yards per attempt. Breece Hall wasn't great, 12 carries, 18 yards, 1.5 yards. Garrett Wilson, leading receiver, 5 catches, 48 yards. Allen Lazard, 3 for 39. Mac Jones wasn't particularly great either, 15 of 29, 201 yards, 6.9 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, no picks. Ezekiel Elliott, 16 carries, 80 yards. But again, the defense held the Patriots to 13 points, and they lost this game. It's on the offense. And Nathaniel Hackett was bad. He was. Nathaniel Hackett was also a part of this loss. They were way too predictable. Obviously, they needed to run the ball more, but the personnel usage is still in question. And the play calling is a major issue. Nathaniel Hackett right now, without Aaron Rodgers, looks very, very, very lost. They haven't been able to make that transition. But Zach Wilson also did him no favors. I know it's going to happen already. People are going to say this is on Hackett and the coaching staff. It's not on Zach Wilson. But this is way too many starts and way too many times with Zach Wilson now. They didn't pick up a quarterback on September 12th, the day after they won on Monday Night Football. They should have. They should have done that to at least add a veteran presence who would give you half a shot, because you know you're not going to Tim Boyle. And now what do you do? What do you do? Do you add that quarterback now? Do you keep riding it out with Zach Wilson? Do you switch to Tim Boyle? I don't know. There's a lot of talent on this team, and they are too good to completely just punt away this season and to give up, because that's what it feels like today was. Today was a give-up day. 10 points on offense. They had 39 yards in the first half. In the first half. Now, granted, it got a little bit better at the end. They finished with 171 total yards, but 39 yards through a half is embarrassing. The Jets had one good drive in this game where they went down and got points on the fullback dive. That was it. They had one drive. That'll do it for me. Let me know your thoughts. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new. Give it a like before you go, and I'll catch you next time.